Alright guys, sa mapagpalang araw sa inyong lahat, live na live. Ombudsman, sa Office ng Ombudsman, Hold Press Briefing. Ito ay Catch Today Biggest Stories ng headline dito sa mga engineers na sangkot sa manumpalyang flood control. Panoorin po natin guys. Neto for the do.
Mr. Henry C. Alcantara, District Engineer, Mr. Bryce Erickson D. Hernandez, Assistant District Engineer, Mr. Ernesto C. Galang, Chief Planning and Design, DPWH Bulacan 1st District. Number 4, JP D. Mendoza, Position Chief Construction Section. Number 5, John Michael E. Ramos, Position Project Engineer. Number 6, Ms. Irene D.C. Ontinco, Position Engineer 1. Mr. Joshua Blitz S. Rojas, Position Engineer 1. Mr. Bernardo P. Villaferte, Position Engineer 1. And Mr. Ermir S. Villanueva, the owner of Top Notch Construction.
Alright, ito ay isang iniimbestigahan na, no? Dito sa corruption. Alright?
I'd like to introduce to you our two detailed lawyers from the OSG, Attorney Richard Garbel Pilasol and Attorney Ryan Patrick Tumagos. They are our new volunteers and detailed from the OSG. At this point, may I just say that our budget process is going on smoothly and it should be approved in the regular course of our business. We look forward to hiring more lawyers and more investigators. We expect a tremendous increase in our work efficiency and output. We feel aggrieved in what has been committed against the monies of the Filipino people. We condemn the white-collar criminality. We condemn the ninja style of manipulating the budget so as to please a few, greedy few. We thank you for your message of support. We thank you for your patience. We will relentlessly continue the battle against corruption. Maraming salamat po sa inyo lahat.
Ang involved dito ng mga law, Section 3, Republic Act 3019 or Anti-Graft and Corrupt Practices Act. Article 217 of the Revised Penal Code, Malversation of Public Funds or Property. Article 171 and 172 of the Revised Penal Code, falsification of documents, whether by public officials or private individuals. Presidential Decree 1759 penalizes contractors who violate any material provisions of contracts involving public works, projects of the government, and public officials who allow such violations. The Republic Act 9184 of Government Procurement Reform Act and the Republic Act 6713 or Code of Conduct and Ethical Standards for Public Officials and Employees. So yun po yung mga crimes involved in these cases that were, these referrals that were given to us today.
And dapat kasuhan na kagad, no? At ikulong. Mga sangkot pala yan, eh.
So, okay?
Question for the
Yes.
Sir, ano na po yung magiging proseso po nito? Kasi I understand, just as sinabi niyo po kanina na this will be for evaluation or just recommending this to the Ombudsman. Ano po sir yung magiging action po ng Ombudsman?
We will go into fact-finding immediately because these are referrals and they may need more documents to be able to for us to be able to file cases for preliminary investigation because you have to inform the accused of their rights and you have to have the proper allegations drawn in to the mix. So it will undergo PI later on, but we will have fact-finding first to be able to complete whatever may be needed to make sure that we have the cases worth filing for.
Just as okay na po ba sir, bakit po tayo sir nag-recommend ngayon for evaluation? And
Oo nga, bakit ngayon lang nag-evaluation, no? Tagal-tagal na ng flood control na anomalya.
investigation, unlike po yung nauna po na diretso na po tayo sa fact as a PI sana.
Most of our language is the same for further fact finding or for further evaluation. It's just matter of semantics, I think. Yeah. That's all.
Justice, pang ilan na po ito na pinail po ng ICI dito sa Office of the Ombudsman simula po nung mag-umpisa po yung trabaho po ng ICI?
I think we have 3 referrals Yes. 3 occasions of referrals. But we'll be filing more and more. The next weeks and next month, we'll be filing more of these. Yes.
If you notice, the ICI is here, but the head of the task force of the DOJ, Yusek Andres, is also present because there's a parallel investigation going on with the task force that we created before in the DOJ, which he heads, which Yusek Andres heads, which includes the NBI within their team to conduct fact-finding also and for filing for PI also if the people involved are salaries grade below 27. But just the same, in their study, the studies being conducted by the DOJ, it appears that there are more people involved higher up the food chain. Now, we need to say, cognizable probably by the Sandigan Bayan also. Yun ang mga nangyayari ngayon dito. And of course, you know that former Secretary Babe Singson came from the DPWH and he understands the language perfectly. That's why he was drawn into the picture of the ICI so that the technical knowledge will not be behind. There will be no more learning curve when it comes to the technical knowledge for public works projects. There.
Sir, for uniformity lang po and easier language, the recommendations and referrals, can we refer to them as complaints by the ombudsman?
Yes, complaints. And so we just have to evaluate it, the documents, we have to evaluate them to see if there are lacking materials so that if we do preliminary investigation, the information that we pass on to the accused will be complete. It's hard to be building up a case where you're conducting an investigation.
To make the record straight, we cannot make any complaint, we cannot file a complaint under our mandate, we can only refer. So the complaint, the referrals, later on will be sworn to and subscribed to by DPWH Secretary Vince Dizon, who will make it a complaint. Thank you.
Doon po sa unang naging dalawa na referral po ng ICI, ano na po yung status po yung unang dalawa na naipag?
Undergoing PI, no? Undergoing PI. Natanggap na ba yung mga summons natin, mga subpoena? Natanggap na? Not all. Pero marami na tayong, may mga nagpa-file na counter affidavits. Kaya ibubukin lang natin, we make sure that the rights are always respected. Hindi naman due process lagi ang ating sinusundan dito. We cannot rush the judgment. Kailangan due process muna.
Sir, kasi yung recent cases lang, recent precedent comes to mind, PIDAC cases. Tapos yung PIDAC kasi sir, di ba, talagang ang accountable officer dun sa fund, yung congressman o senador. Kasi allocation mo yon in your position as member of the Senate and member of the House of Representatives. Kaso lang, by experience din sir, covering the Sandigan Bayan also, alongside the ombudsman, laging nagiging ruling, hindi nakakasuhan or nakaka-quit yung member of the House, member of the Senate dun sa PIDAC cases kasi yung actions daw nila recommendatory lang, usually gano'n, recommendatory lang, walang direct link, even though yung fund na yun ay allocation yun for their office. Sa flood control kasi sir, wala na yung ganong wala na yung ganong premise eh. Hindi na talaga yung fund naka-allocate sa DPWH, hindi sa mga members of legislature. Parang, do you think mas mahirap i-prove yung liability nito mga members of Congress, yung mga political flood control, as compared dun sa PIDAC na talagang office, allocation yun ng office mo or not necessarily. Kasi itong fund nito, understand, sa DPWH pa ito nakalaka. Hindi dun sa office nito ng mga members.
Well, yung PIDAF kasi, allocated yan to each congressman as a fund that they can use to fund different pet projects supposedly. I remember I was a congressman before. Ang concentration namin sa district ko was scholarships and medical assistance. No NGOs, nothing like that. Lahat scholarship diretso sa PUP or Cavite State University at that time or diretso sa medical assistance sa mga ospital. Ang nangyari kasi dyan sa pick-up cases, they brought it to the different NGOs which supposedly implemented the projects. How the Sandigan Bayan was able to appreciate the facts is beyond me. Because I was not part of the trials. I haven't read the decisions except for 1 or 2 decisions. And we're going to, this is why we're calling the attention of, we called the attention already of Senior Associate Justice Leone, so that we can have a dialogue to make sure that everybody's on the same page when it comes to treating cases. Diba? Kasi nga, ang kalahati ng judicial system, sa kanila Di ba? Justice system natin. Hindi naman kami lang eh. Kasama ang korte. Kaya dapat, on the same page kami kung saan kami nagkagaling. Yun naman, I will not cast judgment on anybody. Sa akin lang, we just have to belong to the same page. We have to be on the same page when we start trying these cases. Di ba? Kasi ano yan eh. Well, the evidence we present here will be the same evidence they will appreciate. And the witnesses we will present in court will be the same witnesses that will be part of the decision. So that's the dialogue just has to happen. So that we're on the same page. I think that medyo klaro na yun, di ba?
Sir, mas mahirap pa i-prosecute now, given na yung fund ay nasa division.
Actually, may madaling prosecute dito, but actually, hindi pa mahirap po. Para nga pareho lang eh, kasi yung big-off cases are ghost projects din yan eh. They went to NGOs, supposedly with beneficiaries who were fake beneficiaries. Di ba? So nawala yung pera, where it went, it was never explained. Pwede mo wala ang pera na ganun-ganun lang, walang upo. Yun lang naman ang tanong dito, di ba? And I think the narrations of the DPWH people, Henry Alcantara, Bryce Hernandez, are more or less complete and very vivid. We saw the pictures on the table, the money on the table. I think 300 billion yung nasa picture na yun, eh, no? Yung ba, nawawala na naman parang bulayon para walang managot. Yun lang naman yun. I think that we just need a dialogue with them. So I think that on Thursday, Senior Associate Justice Lonen will be with the Sandigan Bayan, and we will be talking to them also. Both, maybe separately, Saj Lonen and the Sandigan Bayan Justices. Kakausapin nila.
Sir, follow up lang po doon. Sir, gaano katibay na po yung mga ebidensyang hawak natin o hinahanap pa po natin? Kasi puro testimonial po, most of it. Nababack up naman po ba ito ng mga dokumento, iba pa pong evidence?
Alam nyo, AMLA is not always, will not always tell you the story. Kasi we're a cash economy. Di ba? So, we will have to follow a cash trail somehow. And we intend to pursue that.
Ombudsman, considering po yung mga evidences, kailan may timeline po kayo kung kailan talaga makakasuhan ng ombudsman itong mga sangkot dito sa mga flood control project sa Sandigan Bayan?
Anong stage tayo ng PI sa counter affidavit? We're already receiving the counter affidavits. So, let's say we receive the counter affidavits within this week. Within this week. Next week, we can already have a resolution. The teams, the panels in the PI can already have a resolution, and once the resolution is approved by the panel, it will go to my office, and then instruction for filing already. So, hopefully, kung ngayon ay November 4, by November 11, baka meron na kami na file sa korte. Hopefully, pag nakapasok na yung mga counter affidavits submitted for resolution. That's Jesse.
How about for the duty task force? Yeah. The duty task
On the part of the Department of Justice and NBI,
Alright guys, yan at dapat kasuhan na dapat ni Remulla ang mga kasangkot. At next week daw magkakaroon ng resulta yan. Alright, maraming salamat sa panonood dito kay Rob Trip. And see us again the next one, and peace out sa inyong lahat. Alright, let's get it out.